Okay, so if you're like under 18, get the fuck out of here because this deep dive, we're going deep. And this is for the adults only,
This is the NC-17.
NC-17, yeah. Trigger warning and all that shit because we're going deep.
Content warning.
Content warning, yeah. We are diving into the Jelly Rolls, the song I Am Not Okay.
Yeah.
And, it's the song that, rips your heart out.
Shoves your heart out.
And shoves it back in your chest. And it's just like, here you go, deal with this.
Raw. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to unpack that feeling of not okay. That's just like pervasive in the song, But then there's this other side of it, right?
Right.
Where he's like, but it's all going to be all right.
Right.
And we're gonna see if that's bullshit or if there's some truth to that.
Is it just a platitude or is there something more?
Yeah, exactly. So, when you hear that song, the first thing that hits you is just that repeating line, like I am not okay. I am not okay.
Yeah.
What do you make of that repetition?
It's like, he's hitting you over the head with it.
Yeah.
Which, honestly is kind of how it feels when you are in that space, right? It's not just like, oh, I'm feeling a little sad today. It's like this persistent, this feeling that just
keeps coming back.
Keeps coming back, no matter how much you try to shove it down.
Exactly. Yeah, and then it's like right after that he goes on to say, if I say I'm fine, just know I learned to hide it well.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, God, how many of us are out there walking around
putting on a good show,
putting on that I'm fine bullshit,
a fake smile.
The fake smile, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a goddamn epidemic is what it is,
Well, I think, it's interesting because we live in a culture that kind of tells us we should always be happy.
Yeah.
We should be succeeding.
Right.
If you're not like killing it every day, then there's something wrong with you,
Right. Yeah, God forbid you be vulnerable with somebody.
Oh, no.
You can't show weakness. Come on.
Can't show weakness.
Weakness is for, it's for losers. Right.
Yeah, and those people, those asshats that tell you that are full of shit because the truth is everyone struggles, and there are times when you're not okay.
Exactly, and I think that's, that's kind of what Jelly Roll's getting at here, because he starts throwing out these images like devil on my back, voices in my head, laying in that dirt.
Yeah.
Like this is some dark,
heavy stuff.
Heavy shit, right.
It is, and I think...
Are we even allowed to feel this fucked up? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think it's important, though, to recognize that... I don't think that he's saying, you should romanticize those feelings or stay there forever. But I do think that he's speaking to the importance of being honest with yourself, and not pushing down those feelings, Sometimes you got to feel it to heal it.
Right. But then, the chorus hits and he's like, but it's all going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like, is that just a bunch of like, feel-good platitudes to make us feel better about being so pissed off, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it can feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're in it,
totally,
it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But I do think, there's this element of hope there, right?
Right.
And I think hope is a powerful thing.
Hope, yeah.
And, I think a lot of people who have been through dark times will tell you that if you can hold on to that hope even just a little bit, it can make a big difference,
Right, yeah. And I think back to that line, I know one day we'll see the other side.
Yeah.
And, is that hope? Is that resilience? What is that,
I think it's both, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the the recognition that, even though you're going through some shit right now, that it's not going to last forever.
It's not permanent, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But then there's that line, the pain will wash away in a holy water tide.
Yeah.
Is he saying you got to be, religious,
right,
to get through this?
That's a good question. I don't necessarily think so. I think for him, maybe it is. Maybe that's what works for him. But I think the message there, for me at least, is to find your holy water, whatever that is.
Right.
For some people it might be their faith. For others it might be therapy. It might be having a good support system. It could be screaming into a pillow, whatever.
And it gets you through. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we come to the end, right? And we're left with this like, I'm not okay, but it's all going to be all right.
It is.
And what is that?
Yeah.
Is that like acceptance? Is that resignation? What is that?
It's a good question. I think it's maybe holding both those truths at the same time,
Yeah.
It's acknowledging that, right now this sucks.
Yeah.
I am not okay.
Yeah.
And that but is important. It's saying, but I still believe that things can get better.
Right, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right, exactly.
Right. So, we went deep with Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
and we found out that it's okay to not be okay.
It is.
Right. And that, hiding it and shoving those feelings down, that just makes shit worse.
It really does.
Right.
Right.
But even when we're at our, most fucked up.
Yeah.
There's still, a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
That things can change.
Totally. What if instead of asking people, are you okay?
Right.
We started asking them, what do you need to feel less not okay today?
You know what? That's a really...
That's
a really good point.
I think.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It's like maybe instead of just this surface level, hey, how are you? Good,
Yeah.
good. It's like, let's actually get to the heart of the matter, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So that was the deep dive, everybody. If you're feeling this, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.